Hey there, thank you for checking out this video. This video is on our processes. It also has a little bit about our technology and some about our people as well and how the whole thing fits together. So without further ado, let me show you a flow chart that doesn't look amazing, but I'm mighty proud of this thing. And I think it breaks this down very simply. So I'll try not to spend too much time showing you what exactly our process looks like. This is a pretty linear process, so it goes from left to right and extends out a little bit, but just to go through what the structure of this is by months. And so time frame that we're looking to work with people is 6 months so that we can get everything set up and working and tracking and even creating some feedback loops that we're able to create some pretty significant lifts in each individual segment that we'll go through here. So there's 3 months of this where it would repeat from right here. We'd start back over, audit our own work and see how our numbers look, and then set new KPI goals if we needed to, or keep moving towards the ones that we set so that we can hit our numbers and fulfill on our guarantee first, and then take you as far as we possibly can. So let me start at the beginning. When someone becomes a client, take them through the marketing strategy definition, which is a series of interviews and a lot of research by our data team. Our marketing researcher will handle this. It's based off of your niche, your keywords, your market, your target persona or your ideal client profile, your funnel layout, and the channels that you're going to be marketing in. There's going to be another video on this, what this looks like. This specifically is patent pending research that no one else has access to except for us. So during that, we'll look at your ideal client profile. So during this, we'll look at your ad copy, your creative. We will create all of the ad copy, all of the creative, and we will give you execution blueprints. At the same time, we're going to install and configure your e-com operating system and set up reporting for that so that you can operate without too much data loss and not having clean data. We need to unify your users' information across all channels. And that's not necessarily an easy thing to do. It's getting easier, but that's critically important so that we can look at different cohorts of users. We can look at time to convert. We can look at new leads versus returning leads, new customers versus multiple purchase customers, lifetime value cohorts, cohorts of new customers, first click data, last click data, all these attribution models, linear, data-driven, or a version of that, which is Google's proprietary attribution models. So after we install that, we're gonna wanna know if you have any past marketing data. If you don't, then we'll audit your Shopify CRO and your product feed. If you do, then we're going to do a full rundown of audits. These audits in and of themselves are worth more than a first month's price of this program at any level. So we're doing SEO audit, email market, all your paid channels, including paid social and programmatic, a Shopify CRO audit, a product feed audit, and an Amazon super deep dive. And then after we're done with that, we're going to meet in the middle back here and finalize your strategy map and present that to you. And the e-com operating system should be running at full speed by then. If you didn't have previous marketing going, then we're going to do a strategy session to look at your overall situation. Do you need any development? Do you need a new store and you've got funding and you're already ready to start spending? Do you need a custom plugin to develop for your Shopify store? Did you work in one channel and it just worked terribly and you need feedback as to whether or not you should try it again? We'll go through this and develop playbooks and an actionable plan for you so that you know what's coming and you know how it's going to work, much like what I'm showing you right now, kind of inside the machine. But we're very transparent, and that's a big part of what I do in this space, especially. It's important. So the strategy map is finalized and we're collecting data. You've seen me, we've looked at your product feed now. We have a proprietary feed software that took 5 years in the making to make. It is heads and tails above anything on the market, including Data Feed Watch and Feedonomics. Substantially better data, as well as some AI built in that's just astonishing. When you see it, I think you'll agree. The Amazon listings, we're going to look at your angles that you're taking to talk to your target audience, products, pages that you have, and if those are optimized according to what your competitors are doing and the top players in the market, see what opportunities lie there. And then graphics and design for whatever you need. If you need it on the paid side or the DSP side with Amazon, or you need it for organic, we're going to take care of all of that. And then from here, if you needed additional customizations to your site, whether it be landing pages or an upsell app, anything along the lines of Shopify integration and customization, we're going to take care of that here. We'll take care of your on-page SEO, content tags, etc., speed score, make sure that your site is fast enough, and then we'll start bringing in a trickle of traffic, depending on which industry you're in and how well your SEO is doing right now. But a lot of times we can find immediate opportunity. And then we're going to start with conversion rate optimization. After we get your pages cleaned up and optimized for SEO, we'll put in place A/B and multivariate, sometimes and multivariate, but we'll have a hypothesis and an outcome, and you'll be able to see if we hit that, if we missed it, and what insights came out of it. We'll also install heat maps and tracking sessions and recordings so that we can go through that just to see if there's anything amiss. We can watch the recordings of people on your site and get a lot of good information out of that. We can also do surveys here. Next is your angles, hooks, and copy and wireframes for your landing pages. Okay, so this is going to be driven by a media buy AI and a media planning AI. We use an advanced version of mixed media modeling, if you know what that is. So all of these AIs don't operate as a black box by any means. We show you the change history. In this case, we're going to show you the change history for TikTok. And then this is backed up by real media buys and real reporting by real human beings who are real experts in this space on my team, and backed by a team of 35 engineers. We've got the media buy AI going on. There's a conversion AI so that we continually improve on your landing pages, and we're continually improving on these predictive triggers so that we can go and automatically optimize pages for abandoned cart, for example. Why did they abandon? What caused that? And whatever it is, we'll fix it. The machine can fix it, which is pretty amazing. And then we have the Smart Ads AI. This is for creatives, and it can pause or swap out creatives. It can scale campaigns, ad sets, ad groups. It can scale ad sets autonomously. However, it will give you the outputs of the changes that it's making. You do have control over the decision engine to a certain extent, so you can always make sure that the machine's on the right path, but it usually is. So next, we'll start link building for you. And this is off-page, all white hat link building. We know how to get you ranked. We know what research to do so that we do that properly. And that would have happened actually way back at the MSD, the marketing strategy definition. We would have defined all of these pieces like this a little bit better. So you'll see what that MSD is and how powerful it is in another video. And then we have these, the outreach AI, email, live chat, SMS, push notifications. All of this is kind of within a similar ecosystem, and the outreach AI can make sure that all of these systems are sharing their data and also acting upon predictive triggers that are happening, and that they're getting moved into the correct flows if they need to be. And then manually, we're going to go ahead and do all of these steps: design and code, build the campaigns, build the flows, and set up the triggers. So the color coding here is basically just green is done by human beings, silver is AI, blue is the human beings behind the machines operating there, and orange doesn't belong over there. Silly orange. All right, let's get him out of there. And we can take care of him too. He goes over here, and he goes over here. And the only other thing here is that this is a closed loop. So this Smart Ads API is our creative AI. I would love to close this loop here. So as you guys can see, this is a closed loop. I moved the creative AI, which is Smart Ads AI, up here. This is a closed loop that is built on a foundation of first-party data, which is your data, server-to-server data. It ignores cookies. It doesn't require cookies to run proper. And in 2023, we'll be part of a cookieless world. But the only other thing here is this blue element, which is third-party data integration, enrichment, and expansion. This is partially machine-driven and partially human being-driven. Human beings go and acquire and validate the data. And then we feed this into the media buy AI, as well as the conversion AI, as well as the outreach AI, and our exact audience AI, which improves upon audiences. This is specifically where we spend selling the most of it, but this will expand your audiences based on all of your data, your past historical data, some future data, some competitive data, and we will be able to pinpoint exactly who your audience is that's actually making purchases, making multiple purchases, became a lead but then didn't convert. Hopefully you can see how it'd be really useful to fit different types of marketing into these segments of users. And then most importantly, we can send those segments of users back into your advertising platforms, be it programmatic, Facebook, Google, TikTok, Pinterest. You can do it with all of them. So we're really continually refining and expanding the audience of the people that are just exactly who you want to talk to. I go back to first party pixel here. I wanted to put a big circle around this, but it really doesn't look good. And just say like, this is your data. This is data that you have and that's real. It's just that you can't really look at it like we're going to teach you to look at it. So all of this is based on first party pixel data, which is your data, everything here. And that's why we take so long in this portion, get to month 1 before we even have your on page done, because we're setting this up to help you set up for success. Your e-commerce operating system is really important. And so this, in addition to this third-party data integration, it allows us to augment and enrich your first-party data. But other platforms that claim to use AI and do this are not using first-party data. That means that by the time they're making decisions, or the machine's making decisions, whichever it is, at that point, they're working with dirty data. So they're making good decisions based on bad data, which produces bad results. We're working with good decisions on good data, which produces excellent results. Kind of like a 1 + 1 = 3 thing. So I think that's everything. I covered everything in here, and thank you for watching. Stay tuned for our next video, and you can learn how this marketing strategy definition works and what exactly we do in there. Definitely worth a watch, and it will be helpful for you to see how this is laid out. Over 7 years this was developed, and it's a patent pending process, so it's really, really refined and well done. This accomplishes what a team of researchers could do back in Ogilvy's day, for example. They want to do user groups. We're taking the same quantitative data and being able to deduce qualitative feedback from the marketplace, because I'll show you why, but you can be the judge as to whether have accomplished that or not. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.